Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Isaiah Hill, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Three Amigos. Just block up my face. The Three Amigos. Whew, man, this is an interesting movie to talk about, guys. I'm not joking about this. Oh, my hair's sticking straight up. The Three Amigos stars Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and that's really all I can remember. I'm truly sorry, guys. I know John Lovitz and Phil Hartman are in it. Um, may rest in peace. And it's directed by John Landis, and it's produced by Lauren Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live. Also, the screenplay is written by Lauren Michaels, Steve Martin, and Randy Newman. That's right, the guy who wrote "You Got a Friend in Me" wrote The Three Amigos. Sounds like something's. Oh, it's just a booklet. Might as well show it to you now. It's Amigos reunited. This is another childhood film. It's pretty interesting. Going back to it, this is a film I haven't seen in a long time. I remember I caught it every now and then on TV, but it was pretty common to be played at my grandmother's house on the DVD, or yeah, it was mainly DVD. If I'll say tape, but it was DVD. And I loved it when I was a kid. My personal favorite was Ned, because I always saw myself as Ned. Actually, my brothers I saw as the Three Amigos. My brothers and I, we were basically the Three Amigos. And the thing is with Three Amigos, it's pretty difficult to describe, in my opinion, because this is a film where you can go on and on saying, oh, how funny it is or how bad it is. Three Amigos, I find very funny. I like some parody movies. Some parody movies are really funny, like Mel Brooks. But some parody movies, like Vampires Suck, they can be funny. Or like Meet the Spartans, where I do not find funny at all. But overall here, with Three Amigos, it's basically a parody of the Western genre. But it's nothing compared to Blazing Saddles, which I will be getting to. Be expecting in November, and I'm not joking. Be expecting in sometime in November complete Mel Brooks reviews. May as well I'm not doing it in October because I got something else planned. And the reason why behind the Three Amigos, the reason why I'm doing this today was because I actually watched it recently. Three Amigos is about these three actors. And they're very, very famous silent movie heroes, and they're pretty much the actor stereotype. All they care about is money. They're animals. They really are they come off as just being guys who just want more. But this woman, and I believe it's her brother, Carmen. That's her name, and her brother's name is Rodrigo. They are looking for someone to help their village get rid of a notorious bandit by the name of El Guapo. I'll be talking about him a little bit more. But here, what's going on is, while they're looking for someone, they go into a church where the Three Amigos are playing. It's a silent film, and Carmen immediately thinks that they're actually heroes. And it's kind of like that childlike, because whenever you see something like Harry Potter, for example, you think those guys are actually heroes. The Three Amigos, they were mistaken as heroes being in movies. They were not considered as actors. What's interesting about this is they go to they go to someone who types it up and doing the letter the telegram to send to the Three Amigos, and he is a really nice guy because he abridges it so they could pay him. So they can pay him and just send it out. And he rearranges words in order to make it one more infamous, which is usually a awful meaning. And then we go to the Three Amigos, who are basically being told, we gotta get back to the basics. We gotta because that's what made them famous. And they get this talk about a new pitcher, and Lucky. Lucky is really the leader. Dusty's like the funny guy, and Ned's like the child, like in a way, because Ned has like a very childlike like image. And Martin Short was like in his like mid 30s, I believe, while making this, but he looks so much younger. Steve Martin, he comes off as the leader, but then again, he wrote the screenplay. Chevy Chase, I really like Chevy Chase. I think he is a very funny man. But the thing is, like with the Three Amigos, while they're in the while they're talking to like the producer and the person that owns the lot of Harry Flugelman, he he gets rid of them. Like he fires them, and he doesn't just fire them. Like he tells them, "Get off my lot. We're taking your clothes. We're taking everything from you." And that plays a very important role. And then the Three Amigos get the telegram, and they mistaken it for performance. And it's not infamous for them; it's infamous. And that's like it means that you're even more famous. He's not just famous; he's infamous. He's infamous. Infamous. It's pretty difficult for me to even say. Like I don't know how they did it, but I think they just said it, like over and over again because even does like the infamous, and it's just funny to me. But as we go on, like they do like all these things. They sneak into back in the warehouse and get their clothes, and then we meet a very stereotypical like German pilot because he's like, "I'm looking for a man by the name of El Guapo. You'll know him. You must certainly will know him." It's like that, and it's like, geez, like, wow. And when he's like when he's like being taunted like by like a patron, he kills him, and he kills those who shoot at him, and he's like he has some friends coming in, and he tells the bartender that to wait for him, and he says that they better treat him with a lot more kindness than they showed him because they're not as kind hearted. And the Three Amigos show up, and immediately it's this film involves like with misunderstandings. Like Carmen thinks that Three Amigos are actually heroes. When the Three Amigos show up into the saloon, they're immediately thought to be the friends of a German, and they just assume, oh yeah, well, we're the actors, we're pretty famous, and they perform a little song and dance number. And I believe all the songs were written by Randy Newman as well. And it gets like very like, and when they exit the bar like saloon, it's very much like it's very much like a childish joke about a male plane. And I'm sorry, it's hard for me to even say it, but I will say, I guess you can give it a view. Then you meet the German's friends. He goes crazy. They go crazy and they shoot practically everyone. Sorry if there's a buzz, but there's a buzz like coming through on the other side. But then the Three Amigos meet Carmen family. They are setting them up. They're treating them like royalty. And then they talk about what they want to do because Carmen says in the telegram that they're going to pay the Three Amigos 100,000 pesos, which I believe was, I really forget. I think it was like 2 pesos to $1. I really do not know. Like, comment down below like what it was because I really forget because I'm not really because I forget that every now and then. But anyway, in the Three Amigos, like when they all three share a bed, and then El Guapo's men show up to like go and get like some more tequila. This causes like where the Amigos and the village think that they successfully run them off because they were like, we gotta go tell El Guapo because these guys are just crazy, and they have like a really like festive party, and it's pretty cool. But then, like when you get like something the next day, like where they come clean because Lucky is shot, they come clean about what happened, like what they really are. That they're just actors. And they thought it was all performance. And El Guapo lets them go because he says, "We don't kill those who are like you, like whiners." So they leave, and then when they come back, the village is destroyed because you see the El Guapo's men destroy the village. And the Three Amigos, they go back and they're like, let's get our stuff. They find out Carmen was kidnapped. And when they're like, "Oh, we might as well just leave," you again see Ned. He's loading his gun, and he's like, "We have nothing to go back to," because that's all Dusty and Lucky want to do. They just want to go back home. And Ned's like, "What do we have waiting for us back there? We had nothing." And he's like, and Dusty's like, "Well, wait, we could get killed." And Ned's like, over there, the three amigos are back there. The three amigos are already dead. Here, we can finally be the real three amigos. And for some reason, when I watched Tropic Thunder, it's in a box over there actually. It makes me think of this plot because in Tropic Thunder, there are actors, and they later have to become real life soldiers. Then you get like where the three amigos are like, all right, we're gonna go rescue Carmen, and they're gonna like trying to save the village. And the film has my favorite musical number in one of the films, like one of my favorites. It's called Blue Shadows. I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link down below. It's a beautiful song because I think it's really amazing. The Three Amigos, it goes through like some more jokes. They go to El Guapo's place, like his fortress, and you find out that the Germans are actually selling him guns. And the Three Amigos, Lucky gets captured, and they all have like botched attempts. Dusty's probably the most successful one, in my opinion. Ned gets stuck like in a pinata. I really don't even know what he gets stuck in. Excuse me. Ned is saved by a German, and the German's like, "You were my favorite star on the silver screen." And he said how he looked up to Ned, but then when he found out that about movie tricks, he was crushed, and he really now just wants to kill Ned. And it's interesting because you're like, what? Okay, what is it? Like, you want to kill an actor that you grew up with, and then when you finally get him in front of you, you're like, oh yeah, now I just gotta kill him. And it gets pretty interesting with that. Then when you get like to the end, like with the plane scene is probably my favorite scene of the whole movie because the Three Amigos, they like Ned flew a plane like when he was like I believe when he was like a kid in a movie, and he's like and it's the plane that were referring to back at the saloon where that they joke around with, and it's Ned can't fly. And the Three Amigos are screaming. Carmen's just like, she goes like this. It's almost like she's just suspecting to die. So they go back to the village of Santa Poco, and they are welcome. And then they come up with a plan to save the village by reenacting something from one of their movies called Amigos, 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 where they make all the village look like the Three Amigos, and it works. Like, honestly, as a kid watching it, it is like both funny and amazing. Like how you don't see the Three Amigos, the real ones, until like the camera shows their faces because their eye are far away. Like they're like all the way over here, and the next group's like all the way over here. But here's like the real Three Amigos, like where they're like right in front of you. And the thing is, like sorry, I like the little hand netted, but like thing is with the Three Amigos, like what they were doing is they saved the village, and they basically do a homage to one of their films that Carmen saw, and they ride off, and now they're the real Three Amigos. This film is, in my opinion, is overlooked. Like I would recommend this if you are into comedies and some spoofs. I think this will be good for you. Now, here's an interesting story. Like, what made people forget, like, the film's choppy editing, like, from what I heard. But this is the reason behind all the editing. John Landis, the one who directed, like, Blues Brothers, Animal House, and American Werewolf in London, was actually on trial for a Twilight Zone incident where Vic Morrow and two children were killed. And he was on trial for it. And he said the film was heavily edited because of that. And so that could explain a lot. But the thing is, Three Amigos, I'll give it a great. This is a childhood film like Weekend at Bernie's that I will give a great because I feel like some of the jokes work better like if for like other people, but like for me, like some of the jokes just don't work. The musical numbers are great. The acting is really good. The direction overall is really nice, and the writing is pretty good, and the music is amazing. The music has like this whimsical like feel to it, and it's great. I mean, Three Amigos, I would recommend. It doesn't get the amazing, but then again, some great movies I believe should be watched. Three Amigos, I feel like some people are so quick to assume that it's going to be bad just for like how like they look like on the cover. But I think this film deserves some attention. It's not a bad film. It's definitely not horrible, and it doesn't fall into a good category. Just for me, it's a solid great. Amazing is where I could say like I kind of wish there were like some things they did better. Sorry about that. There were some things I wish they did better. It was a phone call. Like some of the action scenes, some of the like scenarios that they get themselves into. But then again, like what was going on at the time, it pretty much doesn't surprise me. So that's it on me. I do recommend the Three Amigos. It gets a great. I do enjoy watching this movie, but there are at times where I feel like some jokes do not work. But there are other times where I can say, this is actually pretty funny. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you wish to see more reviews like this or some more of my Let's Plays, I finally got my Back to the Future Let's Play fixed. So you guys will be able to check it out today and like all the other videos to come out. Subscribe if you want to ask me anything or request anything. You can say it in the comments. I reply to all my comments. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Thank you very much, guys. I really enjoy making videos like this. And it means a lot to me that you guys take the time out of your day to watch it. So, this is Isaiah Hill, signing off, guys.